As soon as you hit the water and duck dive, that first wave, it just kind of feels like it just rinses off any bad vibes going on in your life. And for that moment, even if you're going through the toughest stuff ever, you just forget about everything. I'd suffered from mental health issues like anxiety and depression for about 10 years, but hidden it, you know, because I was happy most of the times, but sometimes I went through a real funk. But I was a dude and, you know, I didn't want to ask for help because I thought it might show it's a weakness. And my mate saw me as a happy dude and I don't want to be seen as a sad dude. So basically in 1 week, I went from being this kind of like quite anxious some of the time and happy, you know, a lot of the time, to being just this like everything was a good idea. Everything. I started talking faster, I started posting more on social media, I spent all my personal money on bar tabs, and end of that week I got handcuffed by police and taken to hospital, and that was where I was diagnosed with bipolar.
What surfing brought to art, to music, you know, to culture over the last like 100 years, whatever it is. It's done amazing things for all those things. Why can't it do something like that for mental health, you know, or for a good cause?
There's more and more research coming out with the science behind it, the chemistry, the biology, how the brain works and the benefits that you're getting from the actual environment. But also the social connection is something that often is missing in young people's lives and people with mental health issue, where it can simply be come together, share a common goal and then benefit together.
I couldn't sit still on the couch for longer than a couple of minutes and hold a conversation because all the medication I was on, my anxiety was so bad, but I could sit in the ocean for hours. I remember catching this wave one day, and it wasn't the best wave I've ever caught, but it was the first time in so long I'd smiled and actually felt it, like I didn't feel numb again. Every week we come down here for Fluoro Friday at about 15 beaches around the world, and it's about raising awareness of mental health by dressing up in the brightest fluoro outfits we can find to start conversations about mental health. It's about sharing stories with other people that are going through similar mental health issues, and it's about getting in the ocean because sometimes one wave is all it takes to get that smile back and give you hope.
Depression and anxiety stole any ounce of hope or positivity I had in my life for a long time. It would make me paranoid that if people saw this side of me, that I'd be seen as a liar, as weak and unlovable. The support network and care I received when confiding in my high school teachers was startling. I had never thought voicing my struggles the way I did would have been so welcomed.
Everyone struggles in some way, shape or form, with their emotions, with their feelings, and being in this program has actually helped me see that I don't need to be isolated, and there are other people out there going through exactly what I'm going through.
A lot of people feel like they have to do it alone, because something that I continually hear as a therapist is I don't want to be a burden on people. But in fact, your family and friends want to know, they want to be able to help, and that's what we're here for.
Every Friday, I now practice one of the greatest therapies I have stumbled upon, the feeling of the sand between my toes as I wade out to sea.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be, to connect with nature. And I think nature is the best healer that we've got.
I think that there's so many more people out there that are struggling, and everyone has a story. So by being able to acknowledge that mental health is so real and that we just need to talk about it, people can understand that they're not alone.
Sort of got to hold it in, I guess. That's the perception that we sort of have, and maybe society's got something to do with it, but at the end of the day, we've got something to do with it. If we want to change it, we make those changes. And so that's why we dress up in all this crazy fluoro and we go surfing. With
bipolar, obviously, I still have ups and downs, but I feel, you know, with good people around me and with the One Wave community and with my amazing family and friends and the ocean, I kind of just have learned not to fight the feelings. I've kind of just learned to just, you know, some days are tough and most days are really, really good, and just ride out the tough days.